in the vibrant city of Nuristan, where markets were alive with the hum of trade and scholars gathered to discuss ideas, a young woman named Yasmin wandered through the streets with questions weighing heavily on her mind. She had often heard conflicting claims about Islam's teachings regarding women. Determined to seek clarity, she decided to visit her uncle Ibrahim, a respected scholar known for his wisdom and deep understanding of Islamic history. Meanwhile, in a bustling metropolis across the sea, Hana, a journalist passionate about uncovering the truth, sat in her office. She was working on an article about women's rights in Islam, a topic that often sparked controversy. With so many misconceptions circulating, Hana decided to dig deeper and uncover the reality. Yasmin arrived at her uncle's home, greeted by the familiar sight of bookshelves stacked with manuscripts. She shared her concerns. "Uncle Ibrahim, I hear people say that Islam limits women's freedom and opportunities. Is it true?" Uncle Ibrahim smiled warmly. "Yasmin, let me tell you about Safiya bint Abdul Muttalib. She was a warrior who defended the city during a siege, proving that women in Islam were never sidelined. Let me also share the story of Khadija bin Khuwaylid, the wife of the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH. She was a successful entrepreneur, highly respected in society. Does this sound like a religion that limits women?" Yasmin shook her head, curiosity replacing her doubt. Uncle Ibrahim handed her a book, saying, "Islam was revolutionary in granting rights to women at a time when they were deprived of dignity and respect. Let me show you how." Hana, in her office, was reading through various articles and scriptures when she came across a verse in the Quran. "And for women are rights over men, similar to those of men over women in kindness." Quran 2:2-28. Intrigued, she decided to meet Fatima, a local Islamic scholar and advocate, for a deeper understanding. Fatima explained, "Many of the criticisms of Islam stem from misunderstanding or cultural practices that contradict Islamic teachings. For instance, the Quran emphasizes education for both men and women. The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, said, 'Seeking knowledge is an obligation on every Muslim, male and female. Education is not a privilege in Islam, it's a right.'" Hana asked, "But what about inheritance laws? Critics say they are unfair to women." Fatima replied, "The inheritance rules are often misunderstood. While men may inherit more in certain cases, it's because they have financial responsibilities that women don't. Women, on the other hand, are entitled to keep all their wealth. Islam ensures fairness, not strict equality, because fairness takes circumstances into account." Yasmin accompanied her uncle to a community gathering where prominent figures spoke on the role of women in society. There, she met Asiya, a widow who had recently been appointed to oversee the city's marketplace, ensuring ethical trade practices. Asiya shared her perspective. "The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, appointed women like me to positions of leadership. He valued our input and encouraged us to contribute to society. My role here is not just a responsibility. It's an honor and a testament to the trust Islam places in women." Yasmin asked her uncle about other notable women in Islamic history. Uncle Ibrahim spoke of Aisha, R.A., the Prophet's wife, who was a scholar and teacher, and Zainab al-Ghazali, who played a vital role in Islamic activism. These women, he said, shaped the course of history. Islam has always empowered women to lead, teach, and inspire. Hana sought answers about the hijab, a topic often criticized in the media. She met Dr. Jamal, an expert in Islamic jurisprudence, to understand its true significance. Dr. Jamal explained, "The hijab is about modesty, not oppression. It's a choice rooted in self-respect and dignity. Islam teaches both men and women to practice modesty, aiming to create a society based on respect rather than superficial judgments." He added, "Many misconceptions about Islam arise from cultural practices, not Islamic principles." The Prophet himself was a champion of women's rights, advocating for their protection and well-being. Yasmin, now filled with curiosity, asked Uncle Ibrahim about polygamy. He explained, "Polygamy, as practiced today, often deviates from the strict conditions set by Islam. Before Islam, men married without limit, leading to widespread injustice. Islam limited the practice to ensure fairness and required that all wives be treated equally, a condition not easy to fulfill." Hannah continued her research, discovering stories of women like Fatima al-Fihri, who founded the first university, and Shifa bint Abdullah, an advisor during the time of the Prophet. She realized that the portrayal of Muslim women in the media often ignored their historical contributions. As weeks passed, Yasmin began teaching girls in her community about their rights in Islam, inspired by the stories she had learned. Hannah published her article, highlighting the stories of influential Muslim women and debunking misconceptions. Her article gained widespread attention, sparking meaningful conversations. Through their journeys, Yasmin and Hannah realized that the misconceptions surrounding women's rights in Islam were rooted in ignorance. The truth lay in understanding the teachings of Islam, which emphasize justice, dignity, and empowerment for all. Islam's timeless principles continue to uplift and empower women, and it is the responsibility of every generation to uncover and share these truths with the world. Islam's message has always been one of justice, dignity, and empowerment for women. Yet misconceptions cloud its true beauty. It's time to rise above the noise and let the truth shine. Share this message, inspire others, and be part of a legacy that upholds the rights and respect Islam grants to all. Together, let's uncover the truth and spread its light to the world. For more interesting Islamic stories, stay tuned till next video and discover as much as you can.